Hi, I'm Virginie, and this is Better Minds. This podcast is a gentle space for honest conversations about mental health, creativity, and the music that shapes us. Whether you're healing, learning, or simply looking for comfort, I am so grateful you're here. Hey everyone, welcome back to Better Minds. Today's episode is a really special one. I had the chance to sit down with an artist whose journey is as powerful as her music. We talked about her transition from writing for others to stepping into her own light, her experience living with chronic illness, and how that has shaped not only her life but also her art. This conversation is honest, emotional, and deeply inspiring. We touch on resilience, healing, and what it really means to be kind to yourself through life's challenges. I'm so happy to introduce you to Loud Tiger. Let's dive in.
Hi.
Good morning. It's nice to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Congrats on your album again. Are you happy?
I'm actually super thrilled. I mean, I have flowers everywhere in my apartment from the release party, and I've been exhausted for the last 2 days. Like, I've just been sleeping because building up to like releasing an album and all the stuff you have to do when you're an independent artist is just, I don't think I knew how much work it actually was. So I've been super tired, but now the music's out there. I'm just super thrilled to, have it out there living. So
yeah, congrats.
Thank you.
On everything.
Thanks.
It's a beautiful album.
Thank you.
I love it immediately. So
yeah. Do you have a favorite song on there?
Medicine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. I like that one.
I relate to this one. So yeah. Obviously, I loved it immediately. And how do people respond to this album so far?
I mean, I haven't had any negative reviews, so that's good.
Wait for mine.
Exactly. No, I'm still waiting for people being assholes. No, I'm kidding. They've been really nice. I think, I mean, I'm not a huge artist, not a lot of like massive magazines are writing about it because I don't think they know that it exists. But the feedback that I have had has been like it's a very well-rounded album, and yeah, I think I forgot what they all said. I'd have to read my texts again, but it's been all good.
Yeah, I saw all your stories and all the reviews, so
yeah,
good reviews.
Yeah.
Well, you can't have any bad review for this album.
Aww.
I don't think so.
Well, I hope not. No.
That's good. You had a good PR too.
Yeah, Mess from Potato Head is super good, and we have a nice little setup, him and I, and he's bringing it to the right people.
Yep. You met me through him, so I'm glad.
So we're happy about that.
Yeah. How was France, by the way?
Oh, it was good. It's a skiing holiday, finally doing nothing for a week. And yeah, a few shots involved and lots of good snow. So it was very nice. I didn't get to see much else than the Alps, but that was very nice.
Lovely.
Where is it that you live?
I am in the center. Not too far from Paris, maybe 2 hours from Paris.
Okay.
Very historical. Nice. And cute and small.
Oh.
And quiet.
Is that how you like it?
Yeah. I like the noise, but sometimes. I prefer the quiet.
Okay.
Yeah, that's more my style.
Yeah. I mean, I think in Denmark, because I've lived in London and LA, first of all, London is like so much noise, you can hardly, be anywhere without noise. And then I went to LA to kind of get away from that whole crowded I don't like it when there's 1,000 people meeting you in the streets all the time. It's too much for me. My sensory overload is going to go crazy. Then I came to America, and then you met nobody on the streets, and you were almost here with you were walking.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And then coming back to Denmark is actually the perfect mix because you meet people in the streets. It's nice, but it's also quiet and still calm, depending on where you're going, actually. But yeah, it's just the nice mix of calm and quiet, but still something's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would like that.
Yeah, come to Copenhagen.
I want to.
Yeah.
I'd love to. It seems very, I don't know, quiet and chill.
Yeah. I mean, the only problem about living in Copenhagen for me is that like the opportunities, because I've been so used to being somewhere else. For music, London and LA are obviously a little bit more happening.
Yeah.
It gets you to run into people that can put you into the next studio. And here there's a little less opportunity, but your soul is calmer. So it's you can't win both.
Yeah. Well, you can travel anytime you need to work.
Yes, that's true.
Yep. So can you take us back to the moment Loud Tiger was born?
Yeah. I was sitting in my parents' kitchen at the time with my good friend and producer Sune Hånsbæk, who has produced everything on the albums so far. I think we've had 2 other producers on there, but for 2 songs. But other than that, he's the main guy. And we were kind of sitting in the kitchen we were trying to write a pitch for Kylie Minogue. And I just remember, I just didn't have any Kylie Minogue in me. Like I just didn't have the feeling of just like something easy and repetitive and nice and dancey. I was just, at that point, I was over it. I mean, I love Kylie Minogue, but yeah, didn't have it in me that day. And I was like, what if you write something like really cool on guitar? Like, I don't know, maybe I was a bit angry that day, but I had something I needed to get out of my system. And I was just feeling so contained with having to fit my music into brackets for people, like writing for other people. And so I wanted to write something that wasn't out there, something with a lot of energy, a lot of power behind it. And then Sune was like, yep, I'm totally down. And then he wrote the riff for Devil, and we wrote the song in like 20, 30 minutes. And so Devil became the first single from Loud Tiger. And after we wrote that one, we just got super excited. And we're like, we need to write more. And so we did. So that was the beginning.
When was that?
It's a long time ago. A very long time ago. I think it was like 2013.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah.
And so because I was living in London, which is why we were in my parents' kitchen writing a song. But I was just coming back, traveling, going on holiday, and then writing a little bit with my favorite people. And I had to go back to London, and I was writing constantly for other people. That was my day-to-day job. And I did actually start a little band in London, and we had a few concerts with Loud Tiger back then. I think we had 4 or 5 concerts, and it went really well. But then I was offered a tour with 5 Seconds of Summer, the big Australian boy band. And I was like, this is an opportunity I can't miss. So I did that. And that led me to live in America, which now meant that I was even further away from the band in London, soon in Denmark, and just me solo in America. And I didn't know how to even begin with this project. And I got really into songwriting for other people again and got signed to another producer there. And then things just went really, really well with whatever I was doing. And it kind of led me off the track. And then I came home because of COVID, and I wasn't supposed to move back home, but I wanted to go visit my mom, who was very ill in 2020. Yeah. And I ended up here not being able to get back into the States. So I moved here with like a half a suitcase full of just like joggers, and I just thought I was going on a holiday. I had none of my stuff with me. And then I moved. Then I just was living here. And I did that for a year, and I rented out my apartment on Facebook. And I was like, what am I going to do now? Like, what? And there are a few people to write for as like a songwriter here in Denmark, but not many. It's not it's an industry, but it's not a big industry compared to LA. And so I called Soon up and was like, we have about 12 songs that we can just release. How do you feel about that? And he was like, yeah, sure, do it. He didn't believe me. And then I made my own record company, and I started learning about distribution, how to do all these, how to upload my songs to the internet, what I needed to do with registering my music, what I needed to do to like be an artist. It was a completely new thing. And I think that was 2021. And so I released Enter the Night. Yeah, the first EP. I think we called it Enter the Night. Yeah, Enter the Night. And it's got 6 songs on there. And so they're quite old, but they still were very current to me. So that's kind of how it started.
Wow, that's amazing. See, everything happens for a reason. You moved back and you had to release your music.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have done it if I'd lived in America. I think if I had lived in America, the music would sound different. It would just be, I think I would still be making pop songs.
Maybe.
Yeah. You never know.
Yep.
But now I'm here.
Here we are. Was stepping into the spotlight as an artist exciting or scary or both?
I actually didn't really enjoy it much, to be honest. I don't like doing videos, and I don't like having to style myself. I used to be it's very strange. I used to be a dancer when I was little, dressing up in big gowns and, doing ballroom dancing and competing, and loved dressing up. But then I had a long period of my life where I was so used to sitting at the back of the room, making other people the star. So for me, it became a period of not being an introvert. I mean, I took up my space, but I didn't look like a flower every time I walked into a room. I mean, I just kind of like jeans and a t-shirt and like trying to dress down so they would have the spotlight. And then when we were doing this, all of a sudden I had to think about my look. So it's changed like a million times throughout the album. The only thing that I have on that's constant is the hat. Yeah, so it was a very strange thing to all of a sudden feel like you're being not judged, but evaluated, like not just from your music, but from your looks as well.
I love the visuals you have for this album, like the black and white photos.
Yeah,
the one I posted. I love it. It's pure and, I don't know, emotional. Love it.
you.
It's perfect.
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy you say that. I'm always in doubt, but I think those pictures are just...
They're amazing.
Oh, thanks. It's this amazing photographer called Morten Rygaard who took them. And he's just brilliant.
Yeah. I love pictures like that. So I was like, wow. Damn.
I'm really happy. Thank you.
I'm not going to be able to pronounce the name of the photographer, by the way, but shout out.
Shout out to Morten. Morten Rygaard.
That's a very hard language for me.
Danish is really hard.
It is hard. I heard a lot of this language and I'm always confused.
I understand.
But yeah, you would teach me someday.
Yeah, that when you teach me French.
Okay.
I didn't take French in school. I took Italian. So I never speak to any Italian people, and I'm so sad. Like, I don't know why I picked that language. It just sounds beautiful, but I never went to Italy since. So now I have to. It's my excuse to go, I guess, at some point.
So was it the third language you had to pick at school?
Well, we had Danish first, then English, then German.
Oh, okay.
Then we had Latin.
Oh, really?
Then Italian, and then we get a little bit of Swedish and Norwegian because they are very similar to Danish.
Okay. So many languages.
Yeah.
That's why you're smarter than us French people.
I don't know about that. I think it's just a matter of like timing. Like, so we learn really young and then we soak it up, I guess.
So how old were you when you learned English, for example?
So back then, I don't know, maybe 9. And right now they're learning from much younger. So I have a niece who's, how old is she? 13. And a nephew who's 15. And they speak fluent English. Like, and she can do accents. And I have no idea where she gets it from. I guess she picks it up from television and, music and stuff. But I didn't have that back then.
Damn, that's amazing.
Yeah.
French people need to do that.
Yeah, they do. Do you only speak French in France? Like, you don't learn English in school?
We do learn English, but it's pretty bad. And it's still very bad. Like, it's getting worse.
Oh.
When I look at my nephews, English classes, I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, no. I mean, I only think it's a shame because when you look at intelligence, there are so many different forms of intelligence, right? So I am not a mathematical genius. I can say that, like, I have...
Same.
Every time I see a number, it's a black, dark hole. And, but every time I see language or I hear, I can pronounce it very well. That's just the part of my brain that works better. So it's a shame for all of the people that don't get to have that because they're only doing the very, like, logical part of the brain, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
That's how it is.
For everybody.
You've been living with chronic illness since you were 15, right? How has that shaped you as a person?
Oh, God. I think I've gone through a lot of different phases in my life. I was exposed to traumatic events very, very young. And when I say traumatic, it's because the pain is just unreal. It's like you think you're going to die. And I've been rushed to the hospital a million times and they just tell me there's nothing wrong. So for the first 15 years, I was traumatized over and over and over again. And like, I remember lying in the back of the car, screaming my heart out. And my mom and dad driving me to the hospital and then coming in there, being given ibuprofen, like, here's something for the pain, there's nothing we can do. And then just being sent home the day after, or the same day. I was so afraid that it was something like cancer that they hadn't discovered, or I was just so used to pain that I think that influenced my body. And I've also read that people with endometriosis and adenomyosis have a slightly higher risk of having anxiety or depression, which is totally normal because, you're living through this hell. Then I got treatment for my anxiety, something called tapping. You tap your body and that helped.
EFT?
EFT, yes, exactly. And I started chanting. So I became a Buddhist when I was 28. And that has really helped me a lot. And so the way it has shaped me is like I've learned how to overcome a lot of things. So now when I have a problem, it's a very tiny, like for some people it would be a massive problem because they've never had anything else. But for me, it's like, oh, well, that's a small thing. We'll solve it tomorrow. I think I'm a little bit more like, yeah, we'll fix it.
Mm.
As long as it's not a diagnosis of something new, then I'm going to be, I'm going to be fine.
Yeah.
So I think it made me into like a fighter and somebody who is very resilient, like the Cactus on my album. Like, just stand tall and keep breathing and go through it and feel all the emotions. And then you're still standing on the other end.
You're a fighter.
Yes.
That's beautiful. Mm. When did they realize what you were having? Like, when did they discover?
Yeah, so when I was 30.
Okay, damn. That's so crazy.
I know. They did a scan, and endometriosis is really hard to diagnose. So you see a little blue dot the size of a pinhead on like a, I don't know where they found it actually, on if it was on the uterus or anywhere. They just saw it somewhere in there, and that means you have endometrium sitting inside, and the tissue just spreads, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. But there is no treatment, so that's fun.
Mm.
So you kind of just, the only thing you can do is try and live anti-inflammatory, like, and take really good care of yourself. So I've always been on like trying different diets, working out regularly, getting my sleep, trying not to drink alcohol. I've gone through phases, obviously. But I know that it just affects my body a lot if I don't really live healthy.
So what were the hardest moments you went through during those years of pain?
I mean, I've been single most of my life, honestly. And I think the worst parts was if I travel somewhere to another country and you're far away from family and you have an attack of these pains and you're lying on your own in a country you don't know and you think you're going to die. That's very scary. So I think like that those have been the worst moments for me.
Mm. I bet. Damn. So chronic illness is often invisible. Did you ever feel misunderstood or alone?
Yes, all the time. Because back then, I guess when I was younger, the first thing you say to people is, I have a problem with my uterus, and I mostly work with men. A lot of producers are men, and so I've grown up in kind of like a male environment where you kind of just have to be strong. So I've never really shared this much with anyone, to be honest. I've kind of just suffered in silence, and suffered on my own. And only the few people that I've let into my life have known how bad it has been. So yeah.
Yeah, I totally get that. Because I was diagnosed with Graves' disease in 2021.
Okay.
And no one can really understand it, and because you can't see it.
No.
And you struggle on the inside all the time.
Yeah.
You can talk about it, but people are like, it's not a big deal because we can't see.
Mm-mm.
But
what is the disease again?
It's an autoimmune disease called Graves' disease.
Okay.
And basically attacks your thyroid.
Oh.
And it was something. That's why I created a group on Facebook to talk about it and to not make people feel alone.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
But how does it come? Like, do you get pain from it, or what happened to your body?
I had heart palpitations. What else? Insomnia. That was the worst for me.
That's hard.
The loss of hair.
Really?
Yeah.
Can't tell, by the way. I'm looking at you right now.
No, it's good now because I'm in remission now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I didn't lose so much hair, but for a few months, there was the loss of hair, heart palpitations, non-stop, insomnia, anxiety like crazy. Well, all this stuff.
Right.
So yeah, I know how it feels to feel alone.
But you know what? It's funny because I feel like anyone who's been through something like this, we understand each other better.
Yep.
We are more empathetic. You have now the ability to help lots of people. So I try to look at like my disease as not a blessing, because it definitely hasn't been, but at least try to make it into something good. And like, this is an album where I'm talking about this, and I'm trying to help other people in the same situation. You're doing the same. And I think I find it easier to relate to different people because of what I've been through. So I think also for you, like, you understand my pain because you've seen something similar. So we're just becoming more in tune with other people.
Yeah, exactly. And I like that. That's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I created this podcast, by the way, to talk about health and mental health, physical pain, and music and all that.
That's good.
It's a good therapy.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think I've been asked, I don't know if it was your question, about what do you do for your mental health to stay sane, like through this.
That was me.
Yes. And I was like, where do I begin and where do I end? Because I do so many things. It's such a long...
You know what? Same. We need to talk about that. Like, it's getting very tiring to do all this stuff every day.
You do it every day?
Yeah.
You have to have breaks as well,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
'Cause
what do you do every day?
So, are you ready?
Yeah.
I meditate every day. Mm-hmm. I listen to affirmations every day. That too. It's like you're taking notes now.
Yeah. I'm taking notes, but I always do it while I'm talking.
I write down all the good things that I did every single day.
Yeah.
It really helps my mind every day. I do yoga. I love that. What else? I do. I walk every day. I have a treadmill at home. What else? I have this, how do you call this? Stability ball. Where I do my exercises with that. And what else? I breathe every day for 5 minutes and sometimes more. Like those breathing exercises. I eat healthier stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? When you start getting sick, you just change everything and you do whatever you can to feel better and get better. And this is how it's been for me.
Yeah.
Because I also have chronic pain from a very bad body. I have uneven hips, so I've been doing a lot of workouts and all that. So this is why I added more exercises into my life.
Yeah.
What about you?
But the list is very similar, but I don't do anything every day. I'm very I don't know if I have ADHD. I could have, but I'm not I'm very disciplined, but I'm not a systematic person. Like I can follow a schedule for about a week and then it's out the window and then I have a new schedule.
Mm.
So I change it every single day. So I kind of go with the flow of what feels better. So at the moment, it's I wake up and I have this new thing where I drink cayenne pepper, turmeric, and ginger in a shot for my lymph.
Good for inflammation.
Yes. Then I do jumping exercises also for the lymphs.
Did you have a trampoline?
No, I just jump on the floor.
Okay.
It's not. It's only for like you do a 15-minute like stretch workout thing. Just to get your body going. Very simple exercises. Then I chant, but I do that mostly every day. So I chant. Sometimes 10 minutes, sometimes for 2 hours. And that resets my brain completely.
Wow.
It's the best thing I've ever done. Honestly, I'll talk more about it, but then I do hot yoga. And I can't do regular yoga anymore. I'm like, oh, it's boring. I need the 42 degrees and like and then I have mushroom complex coffee. So with lot of reishi, chaga, cordyceps, and what's that? Lion's mane for the nervous system and for being able to remember better, for protecting the nervous system. So all these things. Then also sunlight, to get sunlight in my eyes 30 minutes after I wake up. I try to walk long walks like you. I go to the gym. I lift heavy weights because when you get older, you have to lift heavy because otherwise you'll get osteoporosis. And I'm not about to have another thing. So
exactly.
And lots of fruits, vegetables. I think, what have I forgotten? Yeah, I'm not a good meditator because my brain's too overactive. So that's why I chant instead. And then obviously I write a lot. I knit, which has been great for me. And then I play the guitar, write songs. I mean, it's just an endless list of things that are good for me, to be honest. But
I love that.
My knitting at the moment.
Oh my God, that's so pretty. Damn, good job.
Who knew I could knit?
I want one.
Yeah, give me 2 years to finish a sweater. It's like something I take up and then I put it down real quick. But it's nice. And reading is not my thing, but writing is.
So reading, it's a bit hard for me too because I can't really focus. I need to find the right books.
Yeah. You know what I would like if the good books had nice reading. Like, so if I could just listen to the book, but then I don't like the voices of the people that read the books out. I'm like so annoyed. Like,
same.
And she said, don't do that. Just give me a little passion, you know? Why don't they get proper actors to do it? It's just amazing.
I'm actually going to buy a book soon by Dr. Nicole. You probably know her, Nicole Lepera. I think you on Instagram she's called the holistic something, I forgot, and she's a good psychologist. I bought the first one, so I think I'm gonna like this one.
Yeah.
So work on the inner child. This is what I've been doing for the past few years.
Is it working?
Yeah, it's taking a long time. But
also because most things are unconscious, right? It's subconscious, not unconscious.
Yeah.
Like it's something we're not really aware of. So how
totally.
is it?
Yeah, so I saw a few holistic specialists here, so it helped me. Like I was afraid of a lot of stuff, or I had a lot of, buried emotional traumas, like death or, relationships with family and all that.
Okay.
And the body keeps everything inside and it remembers everything, like every little thing. So yeah, that's my work.
It's funny when you say that about the body that remembers everything. Like I think the main thing I've changed, also you were saying, what do you do for your mental health? The main thing I've changed is talking to myself nicely.
Yeah, same.
And not back-talking my own life or getting super upset about little things. Like I think it has a massive effect on how you react. Like if you're just like, oh, that's annoying. Okay, let's move on. Like I know it's to some people's like you're just hiding it. But I do think that my body responds.
Yep.
And a lot of people also ask, like, how come you're still just going? Like, you have all this pain, all this hardship, but you won't lie down and like take a break and like let me just. But I feel like I have lied down for the amount of time I needed to lie down, and I think my body wants to know that we're up and running. Like it's a signal to my body. Like you can't just lie down and give up. It's important that you keep. Like, what is our goal for today? Let's look at the positives. Yeah.
Being kind to myself is pretty new. I started doing this since, I think, September of last year. Yeah. Because I was very mean to myself. Yeah. Like very aggressive. Because this is how people would talk to me when I was growing up.
Oh.
Yeah, the family issues. And this is how I would think. And then I realized that this is why I'm writing down everything good that's happening to me every day. So that's been very helpful. And now I feel more calm and positive.
Oh, I'm so happy for you.
It's working.
Yeah. That's so good.
That's crazy how you can rewire the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also I can understand why you're saying that it takes a long time.
Yep.
Because there's so many layers, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
How do you stay kind to yourself?
I try to be kind to other people. I don't... It happens sometimes because it's a default mechanism that I have from home. That I talk badly about other people. But I really try not to, because if I judge them harshly, they will judge me harshly.
Yeah.
And I will judge myself harshly the more I judge other people. So it's like a bad circle. So I really try to be as empathetic as I can and as understanding. And I chant for other people's happiness. And when I chant for other people, it comes back. It just rubs off on me. So I don't have to chant for my own happiness. I just have to chant for theirs, and then everyone's good. Does that make sense? Yeah, I just try not to be judgmental. But it's an exercise, because I think we all judge, right, all the time. We want to put ourselves in the category of better than or worse than constantly. We always compare. Yeah. I think that's the worst part. The worst thing we can do is trying to put ourselves either higher or lower than somebody else or at the same state. I just think you are just you, and that's perfect. That's exactly the way it should be. It's acceptable. It's fine. It's not better than. It's not worse than. It just is. So I try to be there somewhere in between all of it.
Can you tell me about the chanting part?
Yeah. So I started doing this chant from a branch of Buddhism that is Japanese called Nichiren Daishonen's Buddhism when I was 28. And basically the words are Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, which means I surrender to the mystic law of cause and effect. And in that line, there's a lot of underlying messages because it means 5 different things when it's in Sanskrit. So all the words have different meanings. So renge, for instance, is also a lotus flower that while it blossoms and puts a seed in at the same time, and it grows from mud. So there's so much symbolics in this that when you plant the seed, when you say this word, you're planting a seed for your future of wanting whatever it is to enter your life, or whatever you want to let go of, but you're planting the seed to get there. And this flower that blossoms out of mud is something that I have taken with me. Like I can flower or flourish through anything. So just hit me with your best shot, I'll make it into something great, kind of thing. So every time I've met a stupid boyfriend, I will make a song about him, hopefully make some money, and we'll make something good out of it. We'll figure out how it's best to use it. And so I chant morning and night, kind of like brushing your teeth or going to the gym. You practice every day. And it's not like you have to clear your mind. You don't have to do anything. You can sit with all your thoughts. And the sound alone will carry you to go on this frequency that helps you through life and accomplish whatever it is that you want to accomplish. It's very hard to explain. And it's I've read a million Buddhist books, and I have studied many, many hours, and together with other people, studied the scriptures. And I've had periods of my life where I was more hardcore, like doing it very much every day, every morning, every night. And now I'm a little bit more loose. I think it has to go, like, I like this whole going with the flow theme. So right now I'm very tired because I just released a record. I don't need to sit down for 2 hours and chant for my future. It becomes obsessive. So I just chant for 10 minutes and I let myself breathe and I let myself rest. But I feel that it changes something in me. I believe that it's going to be good, that I have a bright future. And if I don't believe it, I will chant until I do. So it's a tool more than just thinking.
Seems very powerful.
It is super powerful. I mean, I think, and also I'm a super skeptical. And if it didn't work, I would have stopped many years ago. It was like going to the gym and not seeing results. I would have stopped. So this is the same thing.
Wow, you're gonna need to chant for me.
Yeah, I will.
Seriously, I would love that.
You want me to chant now?
Nah. We'll do it off mic.
Fair enough.
That would be very personal. Because I might cry,
Yeah.
You never know.
Stuff happens when you do these things.
Do you cry when you do it? Well, obviously you can because you chant.
Well, I mean, as we spoke about, I've been through some hard shit. So obviously in the lowest moments when you sit down to chant, you can sit there crying your eyes out whilst chanting and just trying to like produce sound, like choking. But you're getting, I think it's just the effort of making it to the place. I have a little altar over here with candles and a bell, and I have my juicer beads that I chant with. Like, it's a whole kit. And as long as I've brought myself to that place of this is where I practice, then I've done what I needed to do. I don't have to judge if I'm crying or if I'm not believing in it enough or thinking too many thoughts in my head. I just do it anyways. So it's like again, and also an acceptance of not being perfect.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
And I do cry sometimes when I meditate.
Yeah. It's good to get it out.
Yep. We need that.
Release.
So what does resilience mean to you today?
Just means no matter what happens, I'm going to keep going.
Mm.
There is no other way for me. It's just, I know that we can never eliminate sickness or death or, people losing people around us or whatever it is. Just have to keep growing and making art and helping other people and getting everybody through it.
Wow. What would you say to someone struggling with chronic pain?
I would say, I'm sorry you have to go through that. And then I would say, what would I say? It's actually really hard. Maybe I would say listen to my music, in a sense of maybe there's something to get there. Like maybe take on some of the strength from those songs. I hope it inspires people to make something out of their pain, whether it's a piece of ugly knitted sweater or it's a painting, anything that you can do creatively to express how you feel. I think it's super important. Sometimes we don't have people we can talk to, but you can always paint an ugly picture. You can always write a bad poem or a bad song or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be good. It doesn't have to be a perfect picture or a pretty one or something you need to sell. But as long as you kind of like make something, produce something from the pain, I think that would be my advice, even though it's super hard because I haven't found any cure for chronic pain. It just is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Just have to do whatever it is to get through it, I guess.
Yep. Life is tough, but so am I. It's such a powerful line. What does it mean to you now?
It means exactly that. They have this saying like life's a bitch and then you die. And I was like, that's not exactly how I feel. I feel like life is tough, but so am I, is a better way to say that. So it was coming from that sentence, because life isn't just a bitch. It's tough, but it's everything. It's wonderful. It's marvelous. It's sunshine and flowers and nice views and nature and hugs and all of these things. And I think if we just focus on that, we'll be all right.
We will be.
Yeah.
How does this album reflect your personal journey and everything you've been through?
It only reflects part of it. There would have been 100 more songs on there if I'd had to reflect everything I've been through. But it gives you a little portion of insight into my everyday life, I guess, like what I've been through. There's some songs about men that are narcissistic and needed to leave my presence very, very quickly. There are songs about dating. There are songs about living with the fact that I won't become a mom. Cactus is a song about all the things that I do to make myself happy that we've just talked about. And yeah, it's like an all-around record of shit I've been through.
Do you see this album as a form of release or healing?
Yes. Every time I release something, like a new song, it does something to me. And I think it's more than just like a song being put out and now people can hear it. It is like it's almost as if there's a physical release. But I feel like that even when I write the song. So if I write about pain, it doesn't belong in my body anymore. So I think there is some sort of cosmic release as well as just as well as just a record being released. I think it's more than that for me. Yeah.
What do you hope people feel when they listen to Cactus?
I hope they get uplifted. I hope they get power from it. I hope they're like, yeah, I can do that. She can do it, I can do it. You know, if she can still look positive on life, having been through all of these things, then I'm going to do that too. I hope that that's what people take from it.
I'm going to listen to this album every day and walk outside.
Yay! I'm so happy.
I think that would be a good therapy today to walk and listen to your album.
I think so too.
And it's a sunny day.
Yeah. It is a sunny day here too. Very windy though.
Oh, really?
It's Denmark, you know. It's hard to get a perfect day here.
If you could go back and talk to your 15-year-old self, what would you tell her?
Be kind to yourself. You're perfect. It's gonna work out. And what would I say? She wouldn't listen. She was 15. She would have been like, yeah, old person. I would I think I would just hug her because she wouldn't have listened. She would have been like, you're old. I don't need your advice. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I would have probably just hugged her and say it's gonna be fine. You're gonna go through shit, but you're gonna end up feeling pretty good at the end.
She's gonna hear you, and one day she'll be like, "Oh, she was right."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is good to hear those advice that you then only get 3 years later. Do you know that feeling? It's like, oh, now I get it. Yeah, it's true. I should probably show up before she's 15 and put it into her subconscious. Let me time travel real quick.
I would love to do that.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah.
I'd probably go and visit the doctors instead and tell them what to do instead.
Yeah.
I wouldn't talk to her. I would talk to everyone around and be like, yo, this is what she's going through and you're not believing in her. What the hell? I think it just, in general, like the female body has been studied way too little, and doctors are saying to girls coming with this problem that it's in their heads and it's something that they can help or not help. And I'm like, it's just so wrong. It's just not been studied in it, you know, so they're not coming with make-believe problems.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode. I hope this conversation resonated with you as much as it did with me. Loud Tiger's story is such a beautiful reminder of strength, resilience, and self-compassion. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to share it, leave a review, or send it to someone who might need to hear this today. And of course, don't forget to check out her album, Cactus, out now. If you're an artist looking for support or guidance, I offer services to help you grow your music journey. You can learn more on my website, bettermusicofficial.com, and connect with me on social media at Better Music Official. See you in 2 weeks, and as always, take care of your mind.